Welcome back to the final session of today at the Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. I am Sania Kakao, your MC for today. In the previous session, we had the opportunity to watch and listen to two outstanding oral presentations. We are now continuing with another session of oral presentations, which is part of ISATEC 2024. Next, please kindly fill the conference attendance and you can scan the QR code shown on the screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference not only gives you a global forum to share and exchange ideas, research and work, but also provide a wider network and research ecosystem for further collaboration and projects. We are glad to share these good opportunities in the scientific community that will be offered only for all participants who participate and attend the conference. You can scan the QR code on the screen to fill the conference attendance before we start the session. Ladies and gentlemen, this conference aims to exchange and share their thoughts and findings in various spectrums of halal science and technology for oral and virtual presentation in academic session of Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. And we have two more interesting and outstanding presentations in this session, which is a part of ISATEC 2024. In this session, we have two distinguished chairpersons. Let me introduce our chairpersons. The first one is Associate Professor Dr. Sarawut Ari, Director of Muslim Studies Center of Chulalongkorn University, Thailand. And the second one is Professor Dr. Farida Haji Hassan, President of World Academy of Islamic Management, Advisor MACFEA, and Department of Ranking at UITM Global University Technology, Mara, Malaysia. Before we start the session, allow me to read our distinguished chairperson's profile first. For this first one, Associate Professor Dr. Sarawut Ari, he is a prominent researcher specializing in West Asia studies with a focus on political science and Islamic political movements. And the second one is Professor Dr. Farida Haji Hassan. Professor Dr. Farida Haji Hassan is from Department of Ranking at UITM Global University Technology, Mara, Malaysia. She is currently the Vice President of World Academy of Islamic Management, Chartered Institute of Marketing, and MACFEA. Ladies and gentlemen, as I mentioned, in this session, we have two presentations lined up. I would like to kindly remind all presenters about the time allocation. Each presenter will have a total of 13 minutes, with 8 minutes dedicated to their presentation and 5 minutes for Q&A with the chairpersons. 5 minutes for Q&A with the chairpersons. There will be a single ring when there is 1 minute remaining in the presentation. 2 rings will signal when the presentation time is up. Additionally, 2 more rings will sound when the Q&A session time is over, completing the full 13-minute time frame. I kindly ask everyone to be mindful of the time to ensure we stay on schedule. Thank you for your cooperation. At this point, I would like to invite our distinguished chairpersons to take over and proceed with this session. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Madam Sarmini, Ms. Sania. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. And in this afternoon, me and my colleague, Professor Dr. Sarawut, will be hosting for 2 papers, and we would like to invite one at a time, as what Ms. Sania mentioned just now regarding the 8 minutes presentation and 5 minutes Q&A from the panelists. First of all, I would like to invite Dr. Jean Paulo Lachap from City College of Angeles, Philippines. And his title will be on developing a framework for non-Muslim willingness to try halal restaurants and using a path modeling analysis. Can we welcome Dr. Jean Paulo, everyone?
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I am Dr. Jean Paulo from the City College of Angeles in Angeles City, Philippines, and I would like to present to you my humble study entitled Developing a Framework for Non-Muslim Willingness to Try Halal Restaurants, a Path Modeling Analysis. If you will be looking the demographics and at the same time the data about the Philippines is basically a Christian country, having 92.7 million of Christians, accounting to 79% when it comes to the number of Christians. And if you will be looking at also, there is also a rise in terms of halal cuisine or the demand for halal cuisine around the world. Okay, so this can be attributed to the fact that increase in Muslim tourism and of course globalization, and there are a lot of restaurants today that they open their doors, okay, to have multicultural approach in handling their customers. It can also be seen in different studies that there is an increase in terms of the intent or interest in halal cuisine among non-Muslim countries, including the Philippines. The Philippine government has been doing a lot of things in terms of promotion of halal, particularly under the Department of Tourism in promoting halal cuisine. This trend in the local food landscape aligns with the broader global trends of cultural inclusion through cuisine that will allow Filipino consumers to taste new forms of cuisine while contributing to better interfaith understanding and respect. But if you will be looking the literature, there is an emerging gap in terms of the studies about non-Muslim acceptance or intent, okay, to take halal cuisine, particularly for Christian countries. In an emerging gap in the study of consumer behavior, especially considering related underlying factors such as attitude, consumer cosmopolitanism, and variety-seeking behavior arises due to the openness of Filipino non-Muslim consumers to halal dining. So based on the number of related studies, research has been primarily drawn towards Muslim consumers or international markets, thus creating an enormous gap in the comprehension of the consciousness of non-Muslim Filipino consumers toward halal-certified establishments. So the gap that this study wants to address has something to do with the context. So as I mentioned, numerous studies has been done, but there are actually little studies about how non-Muslim countries, including non-Muslim Filipinos, in terms of their acceptance in halal cuisine. So this is the conceptual framework of the study. This is based on the theory of planned behavior. So there are 5 major variables here. So I use attitude, consumer cosmopolitanism as part of the subjective norm, and perceived awareness as part of perceived behavioral control of the theory of planned behavior. And at the same time, I make use of variety-seeking behavior as a mediator or a mediating factor between the 3 constructs of the TPB and willingness to try halal cuisine. So these are some of the definition of the variables that I use here. So I have attitude, consumer variety-seeking behavior, consumer cosmopolitanism, perceived awareness, and willingness to try halal restaurants. So in terms of research methods, the participants of the study were non-Muslim Filipinos situated in major cities in my country. Purposive sampling was done as the sampling technique. The data collection was in January 2024 to March 2024. response rate of 79%, and I use inverse square root method and gamma exponential method for sample size sufficiency. So these are the different constructs and the sources where I adapted the constructs. I use PLS-SEM to measure or the research hypothesis, and in terms of study design, I use predictive causal. So these are the results in terms of the reliability, measures, and convergent validity of the constructs. This is the results for the discriminant validity using the HTMT ratios. And this is the results of the hypothesis testing together with the structural model. So what are the major findings of the study? Number one, non-Muslim Filipinos with favorable attitude toward halal dining are more likely to try halal restaurants. Number two, consumer cosmopolitanism foster variety-seeking behavior among non-Muslim Filipinos. And number three, greater awareness of halal principles among non-Muslim Filipinos promotes variety-seeking behavior, thus increasing their willingness to try halal restaurants. Number four, variety-seeking behavior among non-Muslim Filipinos influences their willingness to try halal restaurants, and consumer cosmopolitanism drives variety-seeking behavior among non-Muslim Filipinos, which in turn enhances their willingness to try halal restaurants. So based on those different findings, these are my conclusions. Number one, in terms of consumer attitude and intention, positive consumer attitude towards halal food are key in encouraging non-Muslim to visit halal restaurants. So this can be done by emphasizing quality, healthiness, and diverse menu options as they're part of their marketing strategies. Number two, in terms of the role of consumer cosmopolitanism, this variable, which is characterized by openness to cultural diversity, drive variety-seeking behavior, increasing the willingness to try halal dining. So how can we do this one? This can be done through collaborations with influencers and global-oriented campaigns, which can amplify the appeal of halal restaurants. Number three, the importance of awareness campaigns such as halal food festivals and inclusion to tourism materials significantly influence variety-seeking behavior and encourage visits halal restaurants. These initiatives enhances culinary experiences for both Muslim and non-Muslim tourists. Okay, and of course, the role of governments is very important when it comes to the promotion of halal cuisine in any country. In terms of the theoretical implications of the study, the TPB was able to improve because of the inclusion of different variables used in the study. And of course, future researchers can use other variables aside from consumer cosmopolitanism and others, okay, in order to come up with a more comprehensive framework when it comes to non-Muslim intention to try halal restaurants. So I think that's it. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Dr. Jean. I would like to invite my colleague first, before I proceed, to forward you a few questions for about 5 minutes, and I hope you can answer at your very best. All yours.
Yes, it is a very interesting topic, and I think it is also a very good research. My question is easy. Please give us briefly the findings of this project again, please.
Okay, number one, the findings tells us that favorable attitude among non-Muslim Filipinos increases their intention to try halal cuisine. So it means the growing positive perceptions about halal cuisine, okay, increases their chances to try halal cuisine in restaurants. So that's number one. Number two, consumer cosmopolitanism. It means their awareness in terms or acceptance in terms of diversity, not only in terms of culture but also religion, increases their chance to try halal cuisine. And number 3 is their level of awareness. Today, what is good about the Philippines, non-Muslim Filipinos are having an increased awareness about halal cuisine. And that is the reason why our government agency, particularly the Department of Tourism, is doing a lot of things in terms of making awareness in terms of the importance of halal cuisine, not only in terms of acceptance of others' culture, but also as part of the tourism campaign of my country.
And how you will apply this research into practice?
Number 1, if you will be searching about literature in the Philippines about halal cuisine, there are very limited literature about it. And that's the motivation why I wrote this paper. The second part of this paper is basically letting the Department of Tourism read my paper and share with them what would be their findings so that they can have a more holistic approach when it comes to promoting halal cuisine in my country.
Dr. Srawut. Right, it's my turn now, Dr. Jean. First of all, congratulations on your paper. This paper actually has been conducted in Malaysia too, to see the non-Muslims' acceptance on halal. I'd like to share you a little bit on how to go about it. Since you have started with TPB model, the next one would be on TRA, reason action theory, to see the reason for them, migrating to be accepting of the halal food. Now, in Malaysia, the reason why the non-Muslims accept the halal cuisine is due to the perception of quality, like what you mentioned just now, wholesome, and also for healthiness. Whereas the Muslim would accept it as compulsory. There's no two way about it, right?
Yeah.
Now, I like your point in highlighting the cosmopolitan group to try it out, which is very, very pertinent. And I think it's very focused in order for quick wins, in the sense that you have to highlight what are the benefits of halal cuisine to the ummah, to the human mankind. Except, I would like to caution a little bit. If you remember, Prof. Winai highlighted this morning about AI actual and AI artificial. One, focusing on halal. Number 2, which is so very important, is integrity. Because in Malaysia, if it is found that there's some cheating going on or fake halal, meaning it's haram, they'll be totally wiped out of the business, right? So that's a danger on the business side, right? Now, my question to you, you did mention about cosmopolitan purposeful sampling from your presentation. Where in particular did you conduct your survey?
Actually, Philippines is divided into 3 regions.
All right.
We have Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Mindanao is the Muslim part of the Philippines.
Yes.
Luzon and Visayas are the Christian part of the Philippines. So I identified major cities from Luzon and Visayas.
Okay.
And I purposively identified non-Muslim living in Luzon and Visayas to be part of the participants of this study.
Good. Since the bell rang twice, I have to do some conclusion for you. All right, I would like to suggest these 2 cities to employ Muslim workers in their place or restaurant in order to have that faith and belief from the customers that they are the halal executive or employees that overlook and audit the preparation of the cuisine. Okay, all the best to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we move on to the second presenter, Mr. Navid Alam. He is from Aligarh Muslim University in Aligarh, India. And the title for his presentation this afternoon would be on the role of AI in language learning in the context of the 21st century. It is about adaptive learning methods and their impact on learners and personalized. Can we welcome Mr. Navid Alam?
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and very good afternoon to everyone present here, and my seniors from Aligarh Muslim University. Today, I'm going to present the paper presentation on the role of AI in language learning in the context of the 21st century, adaptive learning methods and their impact. So, as I have seen, there are a lot of presentations since morning and on halal technology and other various topics we have. But it's quite different topic which I have chosen, and as we have to know that everything is depend on language. Whatever the subject we are having, whatever the field we are having, whatever the stream we are choosing, and whatever the stream of work we are doing, it's always have an impact of language in our daily lives. And moving toward, okay, they are my co-authors also who helped me to proceed with this paper, Professor Tania Hussain, the professor at Waseda University, Dr. Riaz Ahmed, Assistant Professor, AMU, Ms. Nabila Rahman, Department of Linguistics, AMU. Okay, the introduction, because the time and the slides were already mentioned in the email, so like I have to go through with the rules and regulations of the conference. So, the paper introduction is about overview role of AI in transforming language learning through adaptive and personalized education. If we talk about the AI is just like now in 21st century, it's like everywhere, every step, and how the learners, how the students, how the researchers, how the teachers and other people are using it in today's era. So we are going to talk in this paper. If we talk about the significance of AI, how is the significance of AI is working in today's 21st century, like AI address individual learner needs. Like whenever we go with the, like if I'm talking here, so whenever when we open our Insta or when we open our Google, the AI detect our needs, detect our feelings or emotions, and afterwards, while scrolling the things on the Google or on the Instagram or any other things, we found these things in our scrolling list. So this is the AI address individual learner needs and enhance multilingualism. Multilingualism, when we talk about, you well aware about multi-language, multi-dialect, which is going the part of the sociolinguist, socio-culture society. So second is globalization demands efficient cross-culture communication tools. Nowadays, we are having so much communication tools after having AI in this era, in the 21st century. With the help of AI, like if we talk about AI, like AI is having good effect also and bad advantages also. So there is so many communication with the help of different tools we can communicate from any corner of the world. So objective to investigate how language learning is being incorporated with AI technology, analyze cognitive, ethical and accessibility implication of AI in language learning. Okay, methods and approach. Methods and approach is comprehensive literature review from various journals, various research paperworks, articles I have taken, I have worked, I studied. With the help of these journals and peer reviews, I gone through this paper. Analysis of tools, like we have various different tools, Duolingo, Grammarly, and ChatGPT, AI Open, and various. Like now in image, when we going to add pictures, still we are having it in Canva and PixArt and other different apps. So focuses area is adaptive learning system, what the learners, what the students are using the learning methods for their daily life. Second is personalized feedback and engagement. Third is real-time language translation and culture context integration. Limitations, some limitations are absence of primary data collection due to the theoretical focus. Like what happened due to the AI that, in my opinion, like human-centered approach is now less. Like if we are going through the AI, what the assessment and assignment which given to the student or which given to the office era, everybody is using the AI and start working on ChatGPT and making it frequently. So the context and the interaction has now has been low and has been less as per the 21st century. Key features, how AI is good for us, how AI is going to be futuristic plans, visions, and aims for the learners. Personalized lesson plans based on individual progress, gamification and rewards to sustain learner motivation. Like sometime when we are going to class, when we are taking class, or when we are making experiments, so what is that sometimes students get bored, sometimes office workers get bored. So with these tools, we can make our classes, make our presentation, make our work more interactive and attractive with the help of AI tools and AI learning apps. Case example like Duolingo, adaptive algorithm, and so peer-to-peer corrections powered by AI. Like this app is Duolingo. If we talk about, we have different features, we have different learning process. With the help of this app, we can have language. Okay, what is the findings of this research? Improve retention through space repetition techniques, enhance critical thinking with contextualized learning scenarios, greater learner autonomy and confidence. Evidence reports suggest up to a 40% increase in learners' engagement with AI-driven tools, as per Jacquin in 2019 and Lu 2019, and some research as per the UNESCO also. Result to multilingualism and globalization, AI contributions. In AI contribution, real-time translation tools like we have Google Translate, accessible resources for less commonly taught languages, language gaps in international trade and diplomacy. Now, what is the impact going on with this? The multilingualism fostered inclusivity in global communication. Culture exchange becomes seamless with AI sports. Discussion, there is the few points. Personalized makes learning accessible for diverse learners. AI reduce language barriers, promoting globalization. Some challenges are translation inequities, accessibility issues in regions with limited digital infrastructure, ethical concerns over data privacy in AI-driven tools. These are some recommendations for policy suggestions, for educators, and for future research. And the conclusion is AI has revolutionized learning through personalization and multilingual support. It plays a critical role in global communication, promoting inclusivity and efficiency. The takeaway is the balance between AI innovation and human oversight should be balanced, should be interactive, because the interaction is now less due to the AI. Future outlook, enhanced tools for global learners, but we can't deny that human interaction should be must in every field. Acknowledgement and context, they are the resource persons for this paper who supported me. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Navid Alam. Can I invite Dr. Sarawut here to begin?
What is exactly the contribution of this research to the society?
Okay. With this paper, like if we talk about that AI is very important, but in our paper we have discussed both the thing, that how it's going to impact on learners and what the advantage and disadvantages. As you well aware that due to the AI, now the people are not using books, they are not reading, they are not creative now. They are, the interaction is very low and very less. Everybody is using ChatGPT, AI Open. Even I also, if I'm having problem, I also use ChatGPT. So this is the main aim, how we can make the interaction. Okay, everything is as per the technology, but human interaction should be must. So this is the main objective, that the learners or the students who are taking their education either in the Halal Technology Center, either in Aligarh Muslim University, either in any institution, the interaction between the teachers and the learners should be must. It's not only depend on technology. So this is what as per your question, Ajahn.
Thank you, Dr. Sarawut, and also Mr. Navid. All right, I would like to find out from you, because you did highlight that one of the limitations in your study is due to collection of primary data.
Yeah, primary data. As the primary data, like it is in the paper, we have taken the resources from various journals. In last 10 years, the researchers have worked a lot regarding AI. Like, as we have seen, whenever something enter in the market or enter in the society, the researchers and philosophers work a lot hard work. So we have taken from their data that how they have worked on and how the students and the learner-centric approach has been used or not.
All right. Would you consider for your extended study to look into secondary data collection? You had the secondary data collection, but would you consider going into primary data collection, meaning you go down to meet those users and find out, the motives, the inner feelings, why they prefer AI than the actual, like what you're saying, reading the book or, doing their own assignments without, just depending on ChatGPT. Would you consider to do that?
Like, it should be in balance mode. Like, I'm giving you one example. In India, we have in Kerala, we are having one teacher as AI robot. So it is good that technology, but technology should be balanced with the human interaction. Like, we can't say that whole surgery should be done by the AI in the medical field, or whole class has been taken by the AI robot. It is important that human interaction should be must, because if everything is on technology, nobody is going to read the books, nobody is going to go with the journals. Everything is prepared by the ChatGPT, AI and other apps.
Thank you. Okay, my last point to you, you also highlighted on multilingualism, all right? I would like to suggest to you to do an extension study on the effect of ChatGPT on the multilingualism, meaning you can divide it is based on the country or the continents to see the effectiveness of AI, or probably ChatGPT to be in particular. Would you look into that? Because this is a social study. You just want to see the behavior of those who are using it.
Like social linguistic, or we can say that like in India we have a different state, and in Thailand we have different province.
Exactly.
So like we have different languages also.
Right,
so multilingualism is also the part of social linguistic.
Yes. Okay. So that should be the in thing right now.
Okay,
so
sure.
Thank you and all the best. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Khop kun khap.
Thank you very much. That concludes the two presentations, and I must say they were all truly fascinating. Up next, we will be presenting certificates of appreciation to each of the presenters. Now may I please invite Associate Professor Dr. Sarawut Ari and Professor Dr. Farida Haji Hassan on the stage to present certificates to the presenters. Please welcome. In this occasion, may I please invite Dr. Jean Paulo Lacap to the stage to receive the certificate from our chairpersons. Today we have had the privilege of witnessing some truly remarkable presentations on the topic of science, technology, and innovation. Thank you very much. And next, may I please invite Mr. Naif Alam to the stage to receive the certificate from our distinguished chairpersons. Please welcome. Each speaker has provided us with invaluable insights, demonstrating not only their expertise but also the immense potential. Thank you very much. And next, may I please invite Assistant Professor Nifari Raden Ahmad, Thai Senator, House of Representatives of Thailand, on the stage to present the certificates of appreciation to our distinguished chairpersons. First, may I please invite Associate Professor Dr. Sarawut Ari to receive a certificate of appreciation from Assistant Professor Nifari Raden Ahmad. A big round of applause, please. And next, may I please invite Professor Dr. Farida Haji Hassan to receive a certificate of appreciation from Assistant Professor Nifari Raden Ahmad. And next, may I invite our presenters to the stage for a good photo session. Ladies and gentlemen, we must also recognize the tremendous effort and passion behind each presentation. The level of research and clarity of ideas and the relevance to both current trends and future challenges in the halal industry have been truly inspiring. A big round of applause, please. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, next I kindly ask all of you to scan a QR code to evaluate the session we just had. This will assist the organizers in enhancing future events. Additionally, those who complete the evaluation will receive a certificate as a token of participation in the Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. This is a special privilege for those who provide their feedback. Please scan QR code on the screen to access the evaluation form. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, today marks the final session of the first day of the Thailand Halal Assembly 2024. We have had many fascinating sessions, including those under HASIP, where experts shared insights on halal in areas such as AI and wellness. We also enjoy the oral presentation, Science, Technology and Innovation as part of ISOTEC 2024. But the excitement doesn't end here. Tomorrow, starting at 9 a.m., we look forward to more discussions on halal, including food and technology, along with additional oral presentations. The day will also feature the award ceremony, followed by a beautiful closing ceremony. Don't miss out. Thank you very much, all of you, for being a part of today's event. It has been a pleasure to have you with us, and I sincerely hope to see you all again tomorrow. For now, I, Sania Kakao, must take my leave. Thank you very much once again, and see you tomorrow. ขอบคุณค่ะ